So let's move on to the next module called VxRail Manager licensing using the vSphere client. So the VxRail Manager as a VM is actually the VM that runs the VxRail software. We use it during the deployment. It has a special interface, so it can be used for deploying the environment. We use it for updates. We use it for monitoring and for maintenance tasks, like adding disks, replacing disks, adding nodes, and stuff like that. So the interfaces will vary depending on what you are trying to achieve using the VxRail Manager. Post-deployment, we're going to have a VxRail plugin available at the vSphere client. Okay, so for vCenter server, we will have a plugin available in it. It's going to be deployed at the moment you deploy the cluster. vCenter server itself is used as a central management point for your environment, similar to any vSphere environment. It's going to be used for managing your vSAN cluster, your vSAN data store, managing the host, virtual machines, and network. So this phase of the vSphere client, what you can notice here is the presence of the VxRail plugin, okay, which is very specific to VxRail. The plugin can be accessible using different interfaces. So instead of going through the slides, I'm going to do a demo and show you how the plugin can be used for different tasks. But before that, let's just talk about licensing, which is an important part of VxRail. And right after that, I'm just going to show you where the plugin can be visible, because next we're going to start doing the lab. So for licenses, there are plenty of licenses required for using your VxRail environment. So first of all, if you don't apply the license post-deployment, this is something that our teams will, or deployment teams will basically do for you. Traditionally, VxRail clusters used to be deployed only by Dell EMC internal team members or certified partners. There is a procedure that they need to go through in order to get accreditation for deploying clusters. So they need to attend the installation and implementation class. They need to validate the certification exam, get certified. There is actually a certification exam associated to this class, as well as to as one available for the installation and implementation. In the last 2 years or so, they opened the possibility for customers to deploy clusters themselves. Customers will also need to go through the same procedure if you want to deploy the clusters yourself. Now, post-deployment, one of the tasks is to apply the licenses. If you forget to do that, 60 days evaluation licenses will be enabled by default. You should not really worry too much about issues that may happen when the evaluation license ends, because the warnings will be visible almost every day. Unless you are not looking at your vSphere client at all, you will definitely see that you need to apply a license. So licenses must be applied. What licenses are included with VxRail first? You have vCenter for your VxRail Manager, vSphere, vSAN, vRealize login site, okay, if you deploy it, and a couple of licenses for a product called RecoverPoint for VM. These are the licenses. So I'm going to talk just briefly about RecoverPoint. For everything else, being vSphere admins, you should already be familiar with them. Login sites is a syslog solution, but you don't need to deploy it necessarily, but you have the possibility to do that because you get a license. A RecoverPoint for VM is a Dell EMC replication software. It works almost the same as vSphere replication, but gives you more granularity and it's much more performant than vSphere replication. And you get some licenses to start with. It's licensed based on VM replication. So for RecoverPoint, you get 5 licenses per node. For each node, you have 5 licenses, except for the G series. The G series are a very specific series of VxRail nodes, which comes in the form of a 2U chassis. And inside that chassis, we have up to 4 nodes. Very dense configuration. And we license it based on the chassis, not based on the nodes. You get 15 licenses per chassis, regardless of the number of nodes inside. For the other nodes, every other node, you get 5 licenses per node. Again, RecoverPoint is optional, a completely independent product. Now for the licenses, vSphere and vSAN. The licenses you need will mainly depend on your requirement. We highly recommend to use the Enterprise Plus edition of vSphere because it provides the possibility to use GPU virtualization and also enable features like DRS. Okay, so that's the main, I would say, reason to use the Enterprise Plus. With that said, we all know that a lot of things are happening recently in VMware, and I've read that there are some changes in terms of licensing. If you have questions about that, just have a discussion with your sales contact. Personally, I don't really look too much about this. All of that is subject to change. They may change their minds later. So I know that everything is now in the form of subscription-based. And not everyone is interested in subscription-based. I know it's most of the companies now are forcing customers to move to subscription, but it's not really ideal for most customers. So let's see how they will deal with this. Anyway, for vSAN, the license will depend on what you would like to enable in your environment. Basic license will enable vSAN. First, when you enable vSAN, automatically you have support for all flash, you have eSCSI services, you have enablement of virtual distributed switch. If you want to enable, excuse me, deduplication and compression, RAID 5, RAID 6, and the integration of vRealize or array operations within vCenter, you need the advanced edition of vSAN. If you want to enable data address encryption, structured cluster support, file services, HCI mesh, you need the Enterprise edition. The Enterprise Plus edition will only add VROPS advanced services as included option with vSAN. So as you can clearly see, the choice of vSAN license will mainly depend on what you would like to enable in your environment as features. So licenses get added exactly the same as you do in any vSphere environment. So you're going to need to, here, go into the menu. From there, let me show you that in the line.